The U.S. Senate just voted to end the government shutdown. And it looks like stock futures are up. Crypto is going to be up. Everything's going to be up tomorrow. And it's going to look like everything's changed.
We can't be duped into believing that anything proposed by the Trump administration is inherently good. We need to watch everything with a critical perspective, especially after what has happened in the last few months with the Epstein case and the massive cover-up. The American dream is made also of being able to afford the turkey for Thanksgiving. It's also about spending a decent amount, but not spending some crazy amounts of money when you go to the supermarkets and feeling like you're getting ripped off every time you go at the cashier. If an ideology has made you bankrupt and you decide to leave California, why you want to bring the same to another state? This is insane. It's rigged. The whole thing is rigged.
On the Republican side of that, or conservative side, or independents, whoever, somebody stand up, please. No one pushes back. And so they're able to like weasel in and start to change everything. That's why I was just at debates in California last night, candidates, and they're all like, if I get elected, if I get elected, if I get elected. And it's like, how are you going to get elected? They control the vote. Crypto is going to be up. Everything's going to be up tomorrow. And it's going to look like everything's changed.
California is completely rigged now. And after Proposition 50, that's it. It's finished. Finito. There is no way that we can ever claim anything politically correct in this state any longer.
They knew right after now when this, interesting the numbers, because we know the Illuminati numbers. So when the voting ended, supposedly 1 second after, the Proposition 50 was approved by 66.6%.
Yeah.
Eventually they changed it to like 63 or something.
Nancy Pelosi is leaving because she's scared. She has done so many deals that made her rich. During her career, she entered politics with 150,000. She exited with over 200 and whatever million, almost 300. And that is incredible and demonstrates how corrupt are these people. Who is giving the money? And then you follow the money and you arrive to the friends of Jeffrey Epstein. These are people with companies. These are people with cash. And unfortunately, cash rules. It seems like we don't have a real democracy here. And we will probably never have it until we find a way to create maybe a crowdfunding of a politician, a real crowdfunding.
Right.
That the swamp is still very much in charge, and any attempt to drain it has not really worked out. But you can't say that this is a democratic hoax. There is victims there, victims of these rich fuckers in the elite who always go untouched at the end of the day, because nobody has been sentenced aside from Ghislaine Maxwell, who is now in a privileged jail position.
So the new territory, #1 bestseller again, The Rise and Fall of a Frankish Monster, exposing Jeffrey Epstein and the most powerful Jewish sect in the world. In Seattle, there's a mayor's race that's up in the air. Katie Wilson, who is an avowed communist, is looking like she's going to get it because they're doing the mail-in ballots. The Democrats love the mail-in ballots because they cheat on them. A lot of people losing faith, inflation high, seniors struggling, buying groceries, gas prices have not gone down. What's happening? I'm hanging on, but I see many struggling. So like you were mentioning before, that's how the communists get in, because there's a high inflation. It's hard for people to survive and make ends meet. The Jesuits came in to China and influenced China. And now we have Chinese influence coming into America on a massive scale. We had Seattle with the Wuhan flu. It started in Seattle. Right now, probably tomorrow, we're going to have a communist that's going to win the mayor seat for Seattle.
I don't think that Mamdani is going to manage to have success. But the future of the Democratic Party and the future of the White House depends, unfortunately, on the Mamdani experiment. Islam is more vulnerable to the manipulation of modern communism than is Christianity, because Islam shares certain doctrines with communism that tend to call for a regimented collectivized society.
Once you understand that, you just start to look for the connections.